All right. I'm on a roll tonight. Let's talk about this Mike Tyson and Boosie interview. You know, Mike Tyson, he has a platform, and you know people gonna be watching because um, he just he's very bold. You know what I'm saying? And he say what comes to mind. Mainly if it's deep. You know, maybe it's all the weed that he's smoking. I'm not sure, but when you smoke weed, it have you thinking everything. You know what I'm saying? It takes your mind um, to different places, even comical places. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of my experiences. But for me, just the weed just make me too paranoid. But for Tyson, it looked like it takes him deep, like into thought. You know what I'm saying? He be sitting up there thinking about everything to the far extent. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't know. I guess somehow he got the Bootsy interview, and Bootsy came up there with his friend. You know what I'm saying? And they sitting up there, and I don't know why Bootsy is so much in trouble about this kid. What's his name? The Wade's son, Zaya. Most people would agree. That kid is too young to change from calling him a him to a her. I agree with Bootsy. If he want to make some drastic changes like that, let him do that on his own time when he becomes old enough. You know, and I'm gay too. You know what I'm saying? So this is not coming from somebody that's homophobic. You know, I do understand something that Bootsy might not understand, and a lot of people might not understand, is that when you realize that you're gay, that you're not straight, you don't like the opposite sex, that you like the same sex, you become aware of that very, very early. Like I must have been like 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I was 5 years old and realizing that, you know, I didn't like boys. I liked the girls. I was, attracted to girls. So, um, but I kept it to myself. I was in the closet for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sisters and my cousins and stuff used to date, and we used to go out to clubs and stuff like that and meet guys, and I used to go along with it and stuff like that. But I really didn't care for um, entertaining no guys. You know what I'm saying? But I had boyfriends just just um, just because I was in the closet. It wasn't natural. It wasn't like today where you could just come out and be who you are. You know what I'm saying? It was frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? And you might get like mistreated or whatever the situation is. So you really have to be old enough to hang out in the gay areas in a village or wherever the gays hang out at or whatever the situation is, and go to the gay clubs when you get older. But as a teenager or going through high school or junior high school, or even my elementary school, because like I said, I was only like 5. So that, when I realized, so I went all the way through elementary school, junior high school, and high school, and all of that stuff like that, keeping that in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Um, so with Zaya, with the Wade's son, realizing it, realizing what he like at an early age is not surprising. That's not surprising, but to carry out any sexual act or to start acting upon changing how I address you from a he to a she, um, I wouldn't do that right away, because what I've noticed lately also is that being gay for some people is a fad. You know what I'm saying? For some kids, they just do it. You know, it's almost kind of like a style or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it became kind of like a cool style now. You know what I'm saying? To be gay. You know what I'm saying? Um, it became like a fad. So some people are doing it for a fad. I see a lot of young girls being like tomboys, and then they will grow up. They start getting into their 20s or whatever the situation is, or start getting a little bit older. They start meeting guys and getting pregnant, having babies, and being with a man. You know what I'm saying? If That's not the real gay. You was only gay for a fad, to hang around your friends. You know, us real gay people that from a kid we knew this. You know what I'm saying? And we might have been in the closet and. I have a baby, so I had sex with a man, whatever the situation is. Some things let your guards down, like, you know, being in the club, using alcohol, using drugs and stuff like that. You might go ahead and end up getting pregnant, like I did, from the opposite sex. So just because a female has a child, doesn't mean that you know, like she was a fake gay or something like that, or she wasn't really gay because she had a baby. That doesn't mean that, because some of us have babies by accident. You know what I'm saying? So just to get that part out of the way, as far as him understanding it, that he's gay. And but the thing is that they made it a public situation. Like, why would you have to make it public? The only reason why the way Wade would have to make it public is because maybe his son is going to be dressing out or acting out, and doing his hair, and acting out in certain ways and stuff like that, so we can automatically understand, I guess, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I guess for him to identify with the community that he belongs in, so that he could live a comfortable life, a welcome to life. You know what I'm saying? So he, since it's out, I guess the gay community would accept him, and then he could go places where he fit in and where he belongs. Unlike myself, I was in the heterosexual clubs, from a youth, all the way up, because I was in the closet about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I was always around heterosexuals, and whenever I was in a club drinking or whatever, letting my guards down. I did have relationships with men. You understand what I'm saying? Because just people around me didn't. I wasn't out with it. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that was around that was bold and out with it, but I wasn't. So, but what I wanted to say is that I do understand um, his recognizing himself early on. You understand what I'm saying? So Tyson was interviewing Boosie, and Boosie is like in big trouble because he's saying like this is a child. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying don't cut his penis off. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but I wouldn't even go as far as calling him a her. You know what I'm saying? Because um, he might be really gay. You know what I'm saying? And feeling it early on. looking to see if it's a fad, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, okay, so your parents know early, that's a good thing. So you don't have to be locked up and balled up about nothing. But once you turn 18 and you're going to be going out on your own and stuff like that, um, or 21, or you're going to be going off to school or whatever the situation is, in my household, I would still be um, addressing you as, he, you know what I'm saying? I would still be addressing you as a boy, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't allow any gay sex, you know what I'm saying? Once I known that about you, about my son, the first thing I think would be the most important thing to do would be to sex education, because uh, gay males are the ones that be leading in HIV, with the AIDS and stuff like that from that sex, I guess from the anal or whatever the situation is. So that would be the first and foremost important thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure he understand protection, and also he has to understand that if he's gonna be like a girl, and he's not gonna be working out, and he's not gonna be muscles and all of that stuff like that. Um, he can get overpowered by another boy or man who don't like to use condoms. So that's when the situation gets serious. Like, be careful of, you know, that's my only problem with him coming out and them bringing it like public, is that to the world. You understand what I'm saying? Because um, God forbid he get caught somewhere by himself, you know what I'm saying, and a crazy deranged man be able to snatch him up, you know what I'm saying, and, then his life is going to be messed up, you know what I'm saying. So, but I'm quite sure that he's protected, you know what I'm saying, and security's around him or whatever the situation is. But who knows? I guess he also got to do child activities, go to school and do some kind of things. And you understand what I'm saying? With that, he would probably be away from his parents. Okay, so Bootsy, made his little statement, and even though I understand where he coming from, and other people don't understand why he criticized the situation, but I understand, So he went up on Tyson's show, and Tyson was like, you know, why are you so concerned about it? You know what I'm saying? Why does it bother you so much? Is it because you're gay? And Boosie's like, no, I'm straight as an arrow. You know what I'm saying? But that went viral. That part of the video. But I sat down and watched. The whole interview, and Tyson gets very deep. You know what I'm saying? He gets very deep in conversation, and it might be the weed because he smoked hard. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he fought hard, so I guess he could play hard. You know what I'm saying? But he smokes hard right there on his show. You know what I'm saying? Like the drink champs, they drink and smoke. Tyson, he smokes his blunts and stuff. But it's some things that Tyson said that other things like demons he was talking about, your demons and stuff like that. Like sometimes you criticize other people, or you focus on other people because you're hiding your faults. You know what I'm saying? So you shining a light on somebody else's faults so you can cover up your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically why he probably asked him that question. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you in the closet about something? And then the thing about Bootsy and Tyson is that they both been to jail. And one thing about jail, okay, you got the guards and stuff like that, that come in there that prisoners get, be having sex with them and stuff like that. But it's you locked up with a bunch of men. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, both of them been locked up before, and you could be in jail, getting horny, fighting and smooching. You know what I'm saying? So, um, any nigga that's been locked up, I just don't put it past them that they might have been smooching on another man. You know what I'm saying? And then you got them transsexuals in jail and stuff like that, or if they haven't fully transformed, you know what I'm saying? They doing their hair and they around there switching and dressing like a woman and stuff like that. And I heard that they run the jails. You know what I'm saying? The gay men they run the jails or whatever the situation is. So, you know, for those who's been locked up, and this is the only way I could question Bootsy as far as that's concerned, is for the fact that he's been locked up. Other than that, he has a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? So I would think that he's always between a woman's legs because he always he got a lot of kids. You understand what I'm saying? So I guess Mike Tyson shot back and said his daughter was, um, you know, concerned. You know what I'm saying? And wanted to address the situation, wanted him to address the situation, and brought it to his attention about Bootsy or whatever the situation is. So that made Mike Tyson, you know, address Bootsy. You know what I'm saying? About why did he butt into their business, and is he hiding something, about his own sexuality, you know what I'm saying? So that's when Tyson said, because I got a lot of demons, you know what I'm saying? But some things Tyson was getting into, like he said, when the lights and the cameras are on you and stuff, you're one person. When you in that interview doing something for the public or whatever to be seen, you're one person. Then when the lights and the cameras is off, you go home and you're a different person. Like people don't see that person that you are, you know, behind the scenes when you go home. You understand what I'm saying? So he was saying like, um, I might not like that person. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that he's not the same Mike Tyson that everybody loved in the ring today. And the person that everybody loved in the ring was actually a vicious person, is what he's saying, because he had to set his mind into killer mode to, uh, um, act vicious towards his opponents to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So he had to really like make them out to something that they really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And seek and destroy. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, he was like a puppet or a computer where you program and you tell it what to do and stuff. So he said he wasn't really God in his own life. You know what I'm saying? And everybody see like this champ or what have you, but he was saying that he liked the person that he is today and the way he view things and view people. Like back then he was kind of like an angry monster or whatever the situation is, and today he don't have to be that. You understand what I'm saying? He don't have to set his mind to be angry, again and again for each fight. So it gets very deep. It's a very good conversation. But I also look at Boosie as, I think he killed somebody before or something like that. Um, I look at him as like a gangster, a killer. You understand what I'm saying? And like Tyson may be able to box, but you know what I'm saying. If Boosie get upset, you know what I'm saying. This nigga will kill you. You understand what I'm saying? And but Boosie was there with the utmost respect for Tyson, and I think most people that come to Tyson's show be up there, with the utmost respect, for Tyson and stuff like that. Because I mean, you want to stay at arm reach, away from him just in case he get upset and throw one of them, hooks or whatever the situation. You don't want to get caught with one of those or anything like that. But you don't want to, think that far into it and stuff like that because you got the good fighters like Mayweather, Tyson. I just got finished watching Javante Davis knock out this guy Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? And but then you got them ones, them drug dealers and them, them gun toters. You know what I'm saying? Them shooters. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just like what's his name? Bruce Lee, my favorite, karate fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all the hard and good fighting that you could do, you know what I'm saying? You are no opponent up against somebody that's, shooting a gun. You know what I'm saying? With the bullets and stuff like that. So, uh, that's why I think that, Bootsy just took it in stride, you know what I'm saying? And he was uh, just letting Tyson know, yeah, that is deep. You know what I'm saying? Maybe maybe it's some shit about myself. Why I be focusing on like other people. Maybe I'm hiding some of my own funk. You know what I'm saying? Like some of my own shit that I got with me. You know what I'm saying? And we all can identify with that, but basically in the age of the internet and YouTube, everybody just states their opinion about stuff. It doesn't have to be have nothing to do with being deep, that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's basically that it's the internet. This thing came out. It sounded ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Not that his son was gay, but the fact that the way he was promoting it. You know what I'm saying? And bringing it public. And so people uh, state their opinions about different topics. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I think Boosie was doing, like everybody else. But being that he's a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? I guess it put more shine, or it took more effect than like just the average YouTube or the average Joe saying anything. If Boosie says something, then it's gonna hurt deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the same way. A lot of times I say things and I be truthful, and the truth, the thing about the truth, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be careful with that. Because even if you're telling the truth, a lot of times, people think that words can't get you killed. Your words, something that you said to somebody, a lot of times, certain people let it stick in their head about what you said to them, and they may take effect and act out on it all the time with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it might hurt them deeper than you was just saying something that you felt was real or true. You know what I'm saying? But for them, the way they got the energy, the way they took it was devastating to them. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch what you say about people or to people is something that I learned in my lifetime. I like to be true and I like to be honest about stuff, but um if it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings or affect somebody real bad, then I guess, I shouldn't say it. But if, you are my friend, um, and I think you need to know it for your safety or for your, betterment, in life, you know what I'm saying? Then I have to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, you have to be careful out here because the truth, it really hurts, People rather hear like a lie, you know what I'm saying? You know, they were saying on Tyson's show how the saying goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. But, if you get hit with a stone or somebody hits you with a rock, you're going to feel that pain and that's going to go away. And you could forget about that and you could brush that off, you could dust that off. But if somebody says something to you and it sticks in your head and you let it stick in your head, or you feel like it's true about you, um, and you have to watch what you say to kids too, like if you call a kid stupid all the time, come here, oh, you so stupid, why you do that, or that was dumb. You have to be careful what you say out of your mouth, you know what I'm saying, because it could affect people's whole life and into their future and their outcome in life, you know what I'm saying. Just verbal abuse, you know what I'm saying, just verbal, so um yeah, I guess that's about it. But Tyson he be thinking real deeply, but I was surprised he didn't kind of sway with Boosie a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you're right. He's a little bit too young for all that. You know what I'm saying? But you I guess Tyson was just trying to tell him to watch. Be careful. Um, what he say. He's an important person where it might take an effect, and you know, like kind of like don't hurt other people. Just like you saying, he is a child, so you have to watch out that he's old enough to be on the internet and get the word of what Bootsy had to say, so he probably watched that video, you know what I'm saying, and it might have affected him as being a child or whatever the situation is. But I would just say, if Zaya or the Wade is watching, just be careful out here. This world is dangerous. Y'all might be living a good luxury life with money and stuff like that, but it's dangerous out here, in this world. You know what I'm saying? Mainly for the girls. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of gay men, and transsexuals, they be getting killed out here and stuff like that. So, just be careful. And if Zaya is really gay and it's not just a fad, you know, be careful with your partners. Be careful who you be around. Be careful, um, with protecting yourself sexually, and be careful who you let your guards down around. Meaning, when you get to the age of drinking and have drinks, or let your guards down, or you know what I'm saying, be careful who you're around, because a lot of the gay men pass HIV, on and stuff like that. And I'm gay too, so I'm not homophobic or anything like that. It's just a serious situation that you have to be careful out here with. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was surprised he made it so public like that, because you putting him on blast to the world, and to creeps. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous world out here. You got to be careful. All right, so that's all I have to say about the situation. So y'all like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you feel about what I had to say, and whether you think I'm right or wrong. All right, peace. I'm out.